California DMV Permit Test 2026 Practice Questions and Answers. Flashcard 1. Broken yellow lines mean think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is passing is allowed if done safely. Flashcard 2. A traffic signal with a flashing yellow arrow means think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is proceed with caution. Flashcard 3. What is the use of the special turnout areas marked on a two-lane road? A. To allow vehicles to make a U-turn. B. To allow vehicles behind the driver to pass. C. To allow vehicles to make a left turn. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 4. When two vehicles meet on a steep mountain road where neither can pass, which vehicle has the right of way? A. Both. B. The vehicle which comes first. C. The vehicle traveling downhill. D. The vehicle traveling uphill. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 5. Left turns at a red light can only be made from a two-way street onto a one-way street. B. One-way street onto a two-way street. C. One-way street onto a one-way street. D. Two-way street onto a two-way street. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 6. Two sets of solid, double, yellow lines spaced 2 or more feet apart indicate a two-way traffic. B. A barrier. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 7. If you are having vehicle trouble, first thing you should do is say, pull off the road and away from traffic. B. Lift the hood to signal an emergency. C. Check your driver's manual for help. D. Stop your vehicle over a hill or just around a curve for visibility. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 8. A driver who is involved in a collision should report it to the DMV within a 20 days. B. 15 days. C. 10 days. D. 30 days. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 9. Disabled people with their placard can park at a blank painted curb. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is blue. Flashcard 10. If a bicycle on your right reaches the intersection at the same time as you do, you should A. Move slowly along with the bicycle. B. Request the bicyclist to change lanes. C. Move because you have the right of way. D. Yield to the bicycle. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 11. The maximum speed limit for vehicles towing trailers is blank on a two-lane undivided highway. A. 55 mph. B. 70 mph. C. 65 mph. D. 60 mph. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 12. To avoid tailgating, one should follow the A. 6-second rule. B. 2-second rule. C. 4-second rule. D. 3-second rule. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 13. The first step a driver should do during an enforcement stop is A. Turn on the right turn signal. B. Turn on the left turn signal. C. Stop on the left shoulder of the freeway. D. Stop on the center median of a freeway. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 14. If you are in an intersection and hear the siren of an emergency vehicle, you should A. Move to the left and stop in the intersection. B. Move to the right and stop in the intersection. C. Continue through the intersection, then drive to the left and stop. D. Continue through the intersection, and drive to the right and stop. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 15. When drivers see livestock, they should A. Turn safely away from these animals. B. Signal the person in charge of these animals to move right. C. Follow directions from the person in charge of these animals. D. Blow the horn continuously until the animals cross the road. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 16. When you want to enter a freeway, you should A. Enter the freeway at or near the speed of the freeway traffic. B. Stop before merging into freeway traffic. C. Enter the freeway with a minimum speed. D. Stop and yield to the traffic in the freeway. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 17. At an unmarked crosswalk, drivers are required to A. Increase the speed of their vehicle and cross before the pedestrians. B. Stop and request the pedestrians to cross quickly. C. Signal their intention and proceed. D. Yield the right of way to the pedestrians. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 18. A blank sign on a truck means that the load on the truck is potentially dangerous. A diamond shaped. B. Red inverted triangle. C. White rectangle shaped. D. Octagon shaped. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 19. While driving in the fog, you should use your A. Low beam lights. B. High beam lights. C. Parking lights. D. Emergency flashing lights. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 20. The child under the age of 8 years blank, when all the rear seats are already occupied by children under the age of 7 years. A. May be kept on the lap of the older child with a seatbelt fastened to both. B. May ride in the front seat without a seatbelt. C. May ride in the front seat of a vehicle. D. Should be kept at home. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 21. You must use your headlights blank after sunset. A. 30 minutes. B. 15 minutes. C. 20 minutes. D. Immediately. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 22. If you litter on the roadside, you are subjected to a fine. VA. $18,500. $500. D. $600. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 23. The driver who is a minor receives a phone call on his/her cell phone. He/she should A. Use a hands-free cell phone to answer the call. B. Answer the call in an emergency. C. Not answer the call. D. Not be carrying a cell phone while driving. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 24. What does this warning sign mean? Stop sign. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is stop sign ahead. Flashcard 25. Use blank steering when correcting a skid. A. Hand by hand. B. Hand over hand. C. One hand. D. Push-pull. Or think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 26. This sign represents school sun. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is a school sun. Flashcard 27. Before passing another vehicle A, pass on the left if the driver is signaling a left turn B. Look ahead for road conditions and traffic C. Drive off the paved or main traveled portion of the road D. All of the above. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 28. This regulatory sign represents a no U-turn. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is no U-turn. Flashcard 29. Locked wheel skids are usually caused by A. Braking too hard at a high speed B. Leaking motor oil C. Pressing the gas and brake pedals at the same time D. Ignition turned to the lock position while the vehicle is still in motion. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 30. What does this sign mean? Airport A. You are approaching an airport B. Airplanes fly in this direction C. Airplanes fly at low heights in this zone D. All of the above. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 31. A driver in front of you is signaling with hand and arm pointing upwards, which means the driver wants to A. Slow down B. Stop C. Turn left D. Turn right. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 32. If your parked car rolls away and hits another vehicle, you should A. At the other vehicle repaired B. Sound horn to attract attention C. Remove your car and go on your way D. Report the incident to city police. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 33. If your vehicle starts to hydroplane, you should A. Change the steering B. Press down on your accelerating pedal C. Apply the brakes D. Slow down gradually. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 34. A person under the age of 21 years A. Must have 0 blood alcohol content B. Can have a 0.08% blood alcohol content C. Can have a 0.04% blood alcohol content D. Can have a 0.02% blood alcohol content. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 35. In a roundabout, a driver must drive in A clockwise direction B. The direction of oncoming vehicles C. A counterclockwise direction D. Any direction. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 36. If a car approaches you with bright headlights, you must blink to prevent being temporarily blinded A. Look toward the right edge of the road B. Look at the driver of the opposite vehicle C. Look toward the left edge of the road D. Look at the center of the road. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 37. When there are 3 or more lanes going in one direction on a highway, vehicles passing others or turning left should use the middle lane B, the right lane C, the deceleration lane D, the left lane. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 38. When parking and leaving your vehicle on a highway or street, which of the following is not recommended? A. locking the ignition, B, lowering the windows, C, setting the brakes, D, stopping the engine. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 39. This arrow sign means A. Merge left, B. O straight, C. Do not turn left or go straight, D. Turn left or go straight. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 40. If you plan to turn beyond an intersection, you must A. Signal before passing through the intersection, B. Signal just after you pass through the intersection, C. Signal just before making a turn, D. Not give any turn signal. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 41. When passing other traffic on a two-lane road, A. Avoid passing other vehicles on two-lane roads. It is dangerous, B. Do not pull out to pass unless you know you have enough space to pull back, C. Always signal before passing, D. All of these answers are correct. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 42. When turning left from a one-way road to another one-way road, A. Bring your vehicle into the nearest left lane for traffic on the road you are entering, B. Bring your vehicle into the nearest right lane for traffic on the road you are entering, C. Turn into the lane just to the right of the center line, D. Turn into the lane just to the left of the center line. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 43. What should you do if another driver tailgates your vehicle? A. Raise your speed, B. Pull over to the side to allow the driver to pass, C. You must not allow the tailgater to pass you, D. Encourage the tailgater. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 44. The first rule of a safe and legal turn is A. To move into the proper lane well before the turn, B. To cut corners while turning, C. To increase the speed, D. To reduce the speed. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 45. Which of the following is not a safe situation for passing? A. When pavement markings are broken, white lines, B. When pavement markings are broken, yellow lines, C. When moving through an intersection, D. When the vehicle ahead is moving below the safe speed. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 46. What does this arrow mark sign indicate? Go only straight. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is go only straight. Flashcard 47. Which of the following statements is not true regarding the use of headlights? A. Low beams are used in city driving and driving in traffic on roadways, B. High beams are used when traveling behind other vehicles, C. Low beams are used when traveling in fog, rain, or snow, D. High beams are used for open country driving when there is no traffic in sight. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 48. Blank are the most likely places for car and motorcycle collisions to occur, A. Intersections, B. Expressways, C. One-way roads, D. Roundabouts. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 49. Lanes of traffic going in opposite directions are divided by A. White lane dividers, B. Yellow lane dividers, C. Black lane dividers, D. Red lane dividers. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 50. High occupancy vehicles HOV lanes are reserved for A. Emergency vehicles B. Farm machinery vehicles and trucks C. Carpools and vehicles with more than one person B. Heavy goods vehicles with less than 3 persons. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 51. Following too closely behind a vehicle is also known as A. Aggressive driving B. Defensive driving C. Sidegating D. Tailgating. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 52. You must use high beam lighting in all of following situations, except A. In construction areas B. In fog, snow, or heavy rain C. When there may be people along the side of the road D. On unfamiliar roads. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 53. What should you do if you are overtaking a bicycle and an oncoming vehicle is approaching at the same time? A. You should leave a little room to the oncoming vehicle while overtaking the bicycle B. You must overtake the bicycle first to give extra room to the oncoming vehicle C. You must slow down and let the vehicle pass first to give extra room to the bicycle D. You must sound your horn to alert the bicyclist. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 54. This posted sign is a slash and speed limit. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is speed limit on highways. Flashcard 55. Blind pedestrians may carry blank canes or use the assistance of guide dogs A. Red B. Black C. Green D. White. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 56. When you see a yield sign on your way or at an intersection, you must A. Slow down to a reasonable speed and yield right-of-way to all vehicles B. Not proceed through the road or intersection C. Slow down and change your lane position D. Slow down and take a detour. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 57. The wide white line painted across a traffic lane before you enter the intersection is known as A. Merge line B. Yield line C. Crosswalk line D. Limit line. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 58. A yield sign indicates that a driver must slow down when approaching an intersection, and blank if a vehicle or pedestrian with the right-of-way is approaching from another direction. A. Be prepared to make a turn. B. Be prepared to come to a complete stop. C. Be prepared to increase the speed. D. Be prepared to make a U-turn. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 59. What does this sign mean? Handicap. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is a disabled parking permit. Flashcard 60. If a tire suddenly goes flat while driving, you must A. Try to increase the speed to control your vehicle. B. Try to move to the left side of the road. C. Try to stop your vehicle on the road. D. Hold the steering wheel tightly and keep the vehicle straight. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 61. A center lane between lanes of traffic traveling in opposite directions may be designated for A. Left turns only. B. Right turns only. C. Passing. D. All of the above. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 62. Before backing up your vehicle, you should look to the front, sides, and rear and continue to look blank while backing to the front, B into the side mirrors, C to the sides, D to the rear. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 63. If you approach a roundabout, always enter to the blank of the central island, A left, B center, C corner, D right. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 64. Large electronic flashing arrow panels may be used in work zones day and night to A. Divert drivers into work zones, B. Stop speeding drivers, C. Guide drivers into certain parking zones, D. Guide drivers into certain traffic lanes. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 65. To turn left from a one-way street to another, a driver must begin the turn A from the right lane and make the turn close to the left curb, B. From the right lane and make the turn close to the right curb, C. From the left lane and make the turn close to the left curb, D. From the left lane and make the turn close to the right curb. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 66. Before reaching the crest of a hill or entering a curve, you must blank and watch for oncoming vehicles, A. Slow down. Move to the right side of the road, B. Slow down. Move to the left side of the road, C. Speed up. Turn on the headlights, D. Speed up. Change gears. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 67. When should you yield to another driver at an intersection? A. If the driver is just starting to enter the intersection, B. If the driver is to your right and reaches the intersection at the same time as you do, C. If the driver reaches the intersection before you, D. All of the above. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 68. A vehicle's stopping distance is equal to A, the braking distance, plus reaction distance, B, the braking distance, C, the braking distance plus following distance, D, the reaction distance plus following distance. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 69. If you are approaching a stop sign, you must A. Stop at the broken yellow stop line, B. Stop at the solid white limit line, C. Stop at the broken white limit line, D. Stop at the edge of the road. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 70. All regulatory devices on the road instruct you, A. Of hazardous conditions or the possibility of hazardous conditions, B. In finding your way safely or provide information to make your trip more comfortable, C. To stop, proceed in a certain direction, or limit your speed, D. None of the above. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 71. When should you switch on your high-beam headlights? A. When driving in open country or on dark city streets, B. At night when it rains, C. Always at night, D. All of the above. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 72. When you turn from a high-speed two-lane roadway, blank if you have traffic following you, A. Try to quickly slow down your vehicle, B. Try to increase the speed of your vehicle, C. Try to apply brakes and keep the steering steady. D. Try not to slow down your vehicle too quickly. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 73. A single solid white line across a road at an intersection means that a motorist must blank for a traffic signal or sign. A. Cross the line. B. Slow down after crossing the line. C. Stop after the line. D. Stop behind the line. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 74. Which of these signs directs you to a hospital? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is blue and white signs direct you to services such as gas, food, motels, and hospitals. Flashcard 75. A steady red arrow signal means. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is you must stop and you cannot turn in the direction of the arrow. Flashcard 76. Any person who willfully flees or attempts to evade a peace officer performing their duties is guilty of a misdemeanor punishable by. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is 1 year of imprisonment in county jail. Flashcard 77. Which of the following statements about lane marking is true? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is a solid white line between lane of traffic means that you should stay in your lane unless a special situation requires you to change lanes. Flashcard 78. At 55 mph, under good conditions, your vehicle will travel about blank feet in the time that it takes you to react to an object in your path and bring your vehicle to a complete stop. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is 400. Flashcard 79. A double solid white line. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is separates two lanes traveling in the same direction, but crossing the line is prohibited. Flashcard 80. What's the intoxication level that's considered intoxicated? A. 07 B. 06 C. 08 D. 09. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 81. When can you leave a child locked in a car? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is if someone 12 years old or older is watching. Flashcard 82. Your vehicle breaks down on a freeway. You are not able to move the vehicle off the road completely as the road shoulder is too narrow. What is the best thing to do? Leave the vehicle immediately and wave at drivers to let them know you are blocking the lane. B. Stay inside your vehicle with the seat belt on until help comes. C. Exit on the right side of your vehicle and proceed to safe place. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 83. You are driving on the freeway and notice another driver using a handheld cell phone. What is the best thing to do? Alert the police immediately. B. Increase your following distance. C. Honk your horn and wave to the driver to get off the phone. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 84. In California, when are you allowed to drive to the left of two solid yellow lines? A. Never. B. When you are in a carpool/HOV lane with a designated entrance on the left. C. When you are passing another vehicle. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 85. Can you pass another vehicle when approaching a curve or a hill? A. Yes, but you may only pass on the right. B. Yes, but only if there is enough space. C. No, never. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 86. You must not follow within blank of any emergency vehicle with a siren or flashing light. A. 200 feet. B. 300 feet. C. 100 feet. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 87. In which of the following places is a U-turn permitted? A. On a railroad crossing. B. Across a double yellow line. C. On a one-way street. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 88. If you are convicted of seriously injuring someone while attempting to evade a law enforcement pursuit, you may be fined at least a $2.20, $3.50, $4,000. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 89. You should cut your speed in half when the road is packed with snow. Be icy. C. Wet. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 90. A blank indicates the outer edge of a roadway, and it may be crossed only by traffic moving to or from the shoulder. A solid yellow line. B. Broken white line. C. Solid white line. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 91. If you are convicted of reckless driving that resulted in injury to someone, you may be sent to jail and or pay a hefty fine. B. Lose your license for life. C. Attend an interview at the DMV. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 92. If you are found guilty of driving without wearing a seat belt, you will be fined up to blank if this was your first offense. A. $20. B. $50. C. $100. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 93. On one-way roads, yellow lines are used as a left edge lines. B. Center lines. C. Right edge lines. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 94. You may drive off of the paved roadway to pass another vehicle. A. If the shoulder is wide enough to accommodate your vehicle. B. If the vehicle ahead of you is turning left. C. Under no circumstances. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 95. You are approaching a railroad crossing with no warning devices and are unable to see 400 feet down the tracks in one direction. The speed limit is A. 15 mph. B. 20 mph. C. 25 mph. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 96. When parking your vehicle parallel to the curb on a level street. To A. Your front wheels must be turned toward the street. B. Your wheels must be within 18 inches of the curb. C. One of your rear wheels must touch the curb. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 97. A white painted curb means A. Loading zone for freight or passengers. B. Loading zone for passengers or mail only. C. Loading zone for freight only. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 98. California's basic speed law says you should never drive faster than posted speed limits. B. You should never drive faster than is safe for current conditions. C. The maximum speed limit in California is 70 mph on certain freeways. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashheart 99. You just sold your vehicle. You must notify the DMV within blank days. A. 5B. 10C. 15. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashheart 100. To avoid last-minute moves, you should be looking down the road to where your vehicle will be in about blank. A. 5 to 10 seconds. B. 10 to 15 seconds. C. 15 to 20 seconds. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashheart 101. You are about to make a left turn. You must signal continuously during the last blank feet before the turn. A. 50B. 75C. 100. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashheart 102. You have been involved in a minor traffic collision with a parked vehicle and you can't find the owner. You must A. Leave a note on the vehicle. B. Report the accident without delay to the city police or, in unincorporated areas, to the CHVC. Both of the above. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashheart. Unless otherwise posted, the speed limit in a residential area is blank. A. 20 mph. B. 25 mph. C. 30 mph. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashheart 104. When parking uphill on a two-way street with no curb, your front wheels should be A. Turn to the left toward the street. Turn to the right away from the street. C. Parallel with the pavement. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashheart 105. If you are involved in a traffic collision, you are required to complete and submit a written report SR1 to the DMV. Only if you or the other driver is injured. B. If there is property damage in excess of $1,000 or if there are any injuries. C. Only if you are at fault. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashheart 106. Roadways are the most slippery. A. During a heavy downpour. B. After it has been raining for a while. C. The first rain after a dry spell. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashheart 107. Two sets of solid, double, yellow lines that are 2 or more feet apart. A. May be crossed to enter or exit a private driveway. B. May not be crossed for any reason. C. Should be treated as a separate traffic lane. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashheart 100. You are driving on a freeway posted for 65 mph. The traffic is traveling at 70 mph. You may legally drive a 70 mph or faster to keep up with the speed of traffic. B. Between 65 mph and 70 mph. C. No faster than 65 mph. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashheart 109. It is illegal to park your vehicle A. in an unmarked crosswalk. B. Within 3 feet of a private driveway. C. In a bicycle lane. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashheart 110. You are getting ready to make a right turn. You should A. Signal and turn immediately. B. Stop before entering the right lane and let all other traffic go first. C. Slow down or stop if necessary, and then make the turn. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 111. You must obey instructions from school crossing guards A. At all times B. Only during school hours C. Unless you do not see any children present. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 112. If you plan to pass another vehicle, you should A. Not assume the other driver will make space for you to return to your lane B. Assume the other driver will let you pass if you use your turn signal C. Assume the other driver will maintain a constant speed. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashlight audio. Which of these vehicles must always stop before crossing railroad tracks? A. Tank trucks marked with hazardous materials placards B. Motorhomes or pickup trucks towing a boat trailer C. Any vehicle with 3 or more axles or weighing more than 4,000 pounds. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard audio 14. You are driving on a one-way street. You may turn left onto another one-way street only if A. sign permits the turn B. Traffic on the street moves to the right C. Traffic on the street moves to the left. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 15. You may cross a double yellow line to pass another vehicle if the yellow line next to A. The other side of the road is a solid line B. Your side of the road is a broken line C. The other side of the road is a broken line. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 116. At intersections, crosswalks, and railroad crossings, you should always A. Stop, listen, and proceed cautiously B. Look to the sides of your vehicle to see what is coming C. Slowly pass vehicles that seem to be stopped for no reason. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 117. You drive defensively when you A. Always put one car length between you and the car ahead B. Look only at the car in front of you while driving C. Keep your eyes moving to look for possible hazards. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashlight audio. You see a flashing yellow traffic signal at an upcoming intersection. The flashing yellow light means A. Stop before entering the intersection as long as you can do so safely B. Stop. Yield to all cross traffic before crossing the intersection C. Slow down and cross the intersection carefully. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 19. A solid yellow line next to a broken yellow line means that vehicles A. in both directions may pass B. Next to the broken line may pass C. Next to the solid line may pass. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 120. This warning sign means curved sign of the road ahead curves to the right, and then to the left B a winding road C the road ahead curves to the right D sharp right, and left turns are ahead. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A.